Affordable elegance for springtime awaits you. Don't forget your indoor landscaping at Elastic Furniture and Discount Floor Coverings. Open 7 days a week at High and Charlotte Streets in downtown Pottstown. They cover every room in your house.
Hi everyone, I'm Diane Hoffman.
And I'm Caroline Sweeney. Coming up, we have a story on how to walk your way to better health, a student walkout in protest over budget cuts, and spring sports highlights, all on this week's Off the Presses.
One person was injured after two fires ripped through buildings on Monday. Frank Otto was on the scene at both and has the details.
Firefighters from more than a dozen fire companies responded to a blaze in a barn used to store hay off of Swamp Creek Road in Douglas Township around noon Monday. Security personnel from Global Advanced Metals, which owns the barn and leases it to a local farmer, noticed smoke and flames and called 911. Crews battled the fire, but the barn, which consisted of two different segments, was almost completely destroyed by the flames. Crews stayed on scene throughout the day doing overhaul, and the local fire marshal as well as state police investigators looked into the cause, which hasn't been released yet. About 9 hours after the fire in Douglas, a fire which began in a garbage truck engine off Sloanacre Road in East Vincent destroyed a garage and severely damaged a barn building which housed an upstairs office. A man who was in the office for diamond waste disposal was burned when he tried to put the fire out. He was taken to Crozier-Chester Medical Center and his condition was unknown. Ridge Fire Company Deputy Chief Roger Cobb said it was unclear why the fire started and that the truck had been parked and unused for at least 8 hours before the start of the fire.
Threats to cut teachers' jobs in order to balance the Perkiomen Valley School District's budget led to a walkout by PV High School students Friday morning. Caroline went to the high school and has the story about the students taking a stand.
More than 500 students from Perkiomen Valley High School walked out Friday morning in protest over budget cuts, which would mean the loss of teacher jobs.
Just wrap around.
Alexa Montleone said the budget cuts would have an immediate effect on her family.
My mom's job is being cut up for the budget cut, and I would hate to end my senior year with my mom losing her job because that affects my health insurance, and it's gonna really impact my family.
The school board must have a finalized budget to Harrisburg for the 2014-2015 school year by the end of June.
The Mercury's Fit for Life initiative is focusing on places to exercise outside in this nice weather. This week, Mika Patterson showcases some of the best places in the area, including a walking program at the Pottstown YMCA.
The Pottstown YMCA recently started a Y Walkers Pedometer program that comes with a free 30-day membership to their facilities.
Basically, what we wanted to do was create an awareness of walking and the need to walk. So we worked with this company called FitKick to get a digital pedometer so that people can walk, and actually each person who walks gets their own personal web page. Most people feel like they're getting enough steps and they're getting enough walking through their day, but once they kind of track it, they realize they're not. So unless you're intentional about moving, you're really not getting what you need.
And so if someone wants to come and do this program, what do they need to do?
Just contact the Y. Lynn Saponsky, our program director, is overseeing it. She's the best way to get you started and get you the pedometer.
Looking for a flexible job? Need to make your own schedule? Chestnut Knoll at Home is seeking reliable, mature individuals for at-home caregiver positions. At-home caregivers are responsible for providing assistance to individuals in their homes.
Take advantage of gold's record prices and bring your scrap gold to Douglas Diamonds at our Pottstown store for cash now. 1300 North Charlotte Street in Pottstown. Call 484-941-6453 or visit our website at www.douglasdiamondscorp.com.
An 8-year-old boy was flown to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia after being shot in the leg Friday night in North Coventry. I was there as the details of the night unfolded, and police arrested a neighbor in connection with the shooting.
The 8-year-old victim was out riding his bicycle with a friend when he suffered a gunshot wound to the leg, according to the district attorney.
It was a shot. It was definitely a gunshot. Most of the guys that heard it, they're like, it wasn't a .22. It was, sound like a handgun.
North Coventry resident Wayne Snowden was arrested and arraigned Saturday night for what the Chester County District Attorney described as a reckless incident.
Holy Trinity Catholic Church will be closed for an indeterminate amount of time after an engineering firm found the timber roof trusses on the building were failing after the harsh winter and wet spring. Our online editor, Eileen Faust, has the story.
Hi, this is Eileen Faust with the Pottstown Mercury, and we're here outside Holy Trinity Catholic Church on South Street in the borough. The church has temporarily been closed after roof trusses in the church were found to be failing, causing a structural issue with the church's roof. The Archdiocese of Philadelphia announced on Sunday that the church will be closed until further notice, when a structural evaluation can determine if the church can be saved. Holy Trinity Catholic Church is part of the St. Aloysius Parish in Pottstown, and all members of the church are invited to attend St. Aloysius Masses until further notice.
Now, Frank Otto has a story about a woman who battled cancer and raises money for Race for the Cure.
Joy Rubio went through multiple rounds of chemotherapy and a mastectomy after her diagnosis with breast cancer when she was 33. Ever since that diagnosis, Rubio has captained a team in the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure in Philadelphia. That team grew from just 4 in its first year to more than 120 Springford staff members, students, parents, and friends. Leading up to the race, students and staff placed spare change in piggy banks set throughout the Intermediate Center. Sunday, the team participated in its 16th Susan G. Komen race. Fundraising totals are still being added up, but it's expected to add a significant amount to the more than $86,000 the team has raised over the years.
Opportunity awaits you at our expanding personal care retirement community. Part-time openings for all shifts. Join our growing team providing quality care in our brand new facility. Apply today at Keystone Villa at Douglasville.
Now that the weather is getting warm, weekends are filled with fun things to do with the family. This Saturday, the 63rd Annual Dogwood Festival continues as the parade rolls into Phoenixville. The Dogwood Parade, which helps close out the festival, begins at 1 p.m. Saturday at the corner of High Street and Franklin Avenue and concludes at 6th Avenue with a reviewing stand at Reeves Park. Before the parade, go for a run for a cause with the Run by the River on the Schuylkill River Trail at 9 a.m.
And I'll be out at the Sly Fox Taps, Tunes, and Trucks event in Pottstown. Once you've worked up an appetite after the 5K race at 10 a.m., relax with a beer and food from local food trucks. The event will be held at the Pottstown Brewery location at 331 Circle of Progress Drive. Head to the Sly Fox Facebook page for more. We'll be right back with sports highlights from around the area.
Urban Henry Equip Incorporated is now offering special discounts and financing on Kubota and Cub Cadet equipment. Also, be prepared when the power goes out with a Generac generator from Urban Henry, located in New Berlinville.
Improve your outdoor living space. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Do it all or in steps with our expandable system. Call Mac House Contracting at 610-530-8727.
This is sports editor Austin Herzog, here to recap the week. The spring sports season has hit its home stretch, with the Pioneer Athletic Conference playoffs being staged over the past 2 weeks. In a championship doubleheader at Springford, the Springford boys and Boyertown girls continued their respective league dominance. The Ram boys made it 4 straight by downing Owen J. Roberts 15-8. Springford goalie Matt Meserly shined with 18 saves, while senior Alex Marty and sophomore Kevin Todd led the attack, scoring 7 goals between them. More repeat champions were crowned a few days later at the Pac-10 Track and Field Championships. The Methacton girls reclaimed the team title, led by the likes of distance star Kara Steinke, sprinter Caroline Duffy, and jumper Agina Marshall. On the boys' side, the Springford secured the team title again, thanks in part to distance standout Paul Power, jumper Joe Bush, and the excellence of Brandon Pelea in the javelin. The repeat champions ended there. In baseball and softball, the Pac-10 will crown new champions after last year's winners, the Boyertown baseball team and Springford softball team, were knocked out in the league semifinals. On Monday, Methacton took out Boyertown, winning 3-2 by plating a run in the 7th inning and getting great pitching from Tim Carfrey. The Warriors will face first-time finalist Pope John Paul II, which rallied to stun Springford 5-4 with a walk-off win in their semifinal. Follow the Mercury's continuing coverage on the Pac-10 baseball and softball championships and the District 1 playoffs in the print edition and at GameTimePA.com.
McConnell's Refrigeration has a huge inventory of refurbished refrigerators and restaurant equipment. Local delivery is $25. We service all makes and models. Call Rob at 610-469-6107. Don't wait any longer. Start saving money on your heating bill when you heat your entire home, water, and more with the safe, comfortable heat of a central boiler outdoor furnace. Call Keeler Service Center at 215-723-8445 or visit KeelerServices.com.
That does it for us this week. I'm Caroline Sweeney.
And I'm Diane Hoffman. You can find the most up-to-date news, weather, sports, and entertainment at the Mercury's website, pottsmerc.com. Follow us on Twitter. Our handle is MercuryX, and you can find us on Facebook. We'll be here every week with a recap of the top stories and what you can expect coming up next off the presses.